Welcome back, Commander. If you missed the briefing somehow, we've got to go save Volkov because he's been captured. Sadly, there's some caveats to us being able to accomplish that. Also, this is rather annoying. I don't know why that's a thing. I'm also kind of lucky the Apaches targeted the V2, which I much prefer losing over a Tesla tank. Interestingly, this is a mission that has 3 ways it can play out. If you, again, check the briefing, the first is that we can rescue Volkov. To do so, I believe we have to infiltrate a couple buildings and essentially escort him off the map. The next possible outcome is that you interrupt the Allies. So the Allies don't get it, but neither do you. Oh, and this is where I fuck up. Oops. I don't know why the AI gets nuke trucks. Like, I'm so used to a truck that carries a nuke and drops it, and not an actual demo truck. And it's really annoying that they get them like 4 minutes into the timer. But going back to the objectives, again, you can do something to effectively stop the Allies from finishing their work, basically the timer that we see. And doing so is maybe not beneficial. It certainly doesn't seem like the objective we want to achieve. And lastly, there is, well, let the Allies just do their thing after an hour and a half. It's surely a lot of time, though, so... Well, one, we're not going to sit through all of this at regular time, and mainly because there's no way I could fit that in 17 minutes. I don't think there's any way to really cheese this mission. Especially since it's another destroy all things on the map one.
Construction complete. Construction options. Building.
It doesn't seem to offer a lot of really good options, though. We can already see on the map that, well, we're on an island, and we don't really have many ways to sort of move around on it.
Construction options. Low power. Building.
Report affirmative.
The fact that there's 2, I guess, decently sized ore fields is nice, and that both have 2 mine shafts just means that at least you've got some longevity to your income. It doesn't really bode well since you have to build up a lot, and you're going to have to split between if you want to defend on land or from the sea. And we haven't really seen too much from the air yet, so kind of hard to make a judgment call on that one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle
Construction
reporting.
complete.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
We've only seen about I guess maybe a third of the map. It doesn't seem too encouraging so far. Doesn't help that the AI also gets lovely, Chinook airdrops and lander, transporter landings, and a bunch of other stuff.
On hold. Cancel. Spike ready. Select target. Construction complete. Construction options. Low power. Building. Select target. Reinforcements acquired. Unit lost. Unit lost. Construction complete. Building. Building. Construction complete. Line grid selected. Select ready. Line grid. Building. Select target. Insufficient funds. Building.
So we're going to want to destroy some radar domes.
Construction complete.
I'm pretty much trying to go for like a construction yard capture. Because I figure, this kind of looks like an island up top left. And it kind of just means that if I can clear it without having to worry about too much, I can score myself a free construction yard. Oh. It was probably a fake. You ever sometimes figure, dang, this is where I effed up? Because dang, I think that's where I messed up. It's okay though, I've gotten money. I can still build missile subs. And attack dogs, of course.
Select target.
I've got air power. Some of it anyways. And I know I can build infantry, so I can capture a construction yard. Shit. Alright, this is gonna be tricky. Thankfully I have some subs, because it seems that the Allies have a decent enough, naval grouping on this map. And that one little island or the land bridge, I guess, if you want to call it that, it just does not seem like a real good idea.
Select target. Reinforcements acquired. Unit lost. Unit repaired. Unit lost.
Yeah, this is also turning out to be a mistake.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Building.
Well, if I'm not going to give up, I might as well try to do something with my naval assets. How many more nuke trucks could they possibly have? Right? Right?
Silos needed. Building.
So since there's not much I can do in the way of, building buildings, I might as well just build as many, infantry or subs I can make. Despite not being able to build any more vehicles, I do still have 4 mammoth tanks, which is, pretty considerable in terms of firepower. Sometimes I think it's just best to use missile subs for everything. I mean, unless you're fighting like other subs, you know, just because they could get the drop on you.
Select target.
Awaiting coordinates. Acknowledged. Awaiting coordinates. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Waiting order. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Waiting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Somehow I feel I'm a little too eager right now.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders.
Like, maybe I should try to take things just a little slower.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I do still have an hour after all.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
The only major issue is that,
Yes, sir.
considering my lack of base building capabilities, getting to the radar dome at the top right's gonna be problematic.
Acknowledged. Awaiting.
Sure, I can drop a bunch of paratroopers, but paratroopers can only do so much, especially when there's an artillery piece just waiting nearby.
Unit ready.
Report. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I don't really know why that mechanic wasn't doing his job.
Select target.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. 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 Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Select target.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Silence.
So I figure maybe I'll try to attack whatever other base they have.
Unit
You know, what's the worst that, what's that text say? Son of a...
Yes, sir.
So if you happen to interrupt the Allies because you get too close to the center where he's being operated on, or whatever, that happens.
Acknowledged.
Frankly, it's probably my preferred method of progressing in the mission, because Volkov is crazy now. Nothing will stop Volkov. Nothing human, anyways. It also makes it pretty chaotic because I don't know what his actual... like, I don't know what his targeting is. He just goes after anything. And, well, we saw how quickly he was able to effectively just wipe out my entire, like, attacking force. So, let's, like, not have that happen to me in a permanent sense. It might be pretty interesting to see just how things would play out if you didn't do anything for like the hour and a half. But I kind of figure that maybe it'll just give you a game over, and I'd rather not waste, you know, that much time just to find that out. So yeah, Volkov going crazy is just kind of a benefit, because you don't have to command him to do anything, he just again, goes crazy. And it's pretty useful if, you know, they have way more control of the map than you do, and if you can't build a base. It's also interesting to see that, you know, sometimes you just figure it's the enemy of my enemy is my friend. It's probably one of the only times I'll ever shoot at a unit that the Allies are also shooting at. It's admittedly very tense to see him run around, because again, you don't know where he's ever gonna go. So you just kind of have to hope that you can stop him. And, of course, Volkov dies to a deck dog. So I don't know. I don't know if that's like an actual thing that can happen. Again, going with like the idea that if Volkov gets reprogrammed by the Allies, if you could just send a dog after him. It's just kind of funny to me that like this super soldier that has effectively wiped out, 90% of the map gets taken out by a dog in one shot. It's not a damage thing because again, dogs don't do damage. It's for an attack dog. It's can it attack it? If so, kills it.
Mission accomplished.
Congratulations, comrade. That was a difficult campaign. I do not envy you. Yet I think all of Spain was beaten into submission. What you left of it. I know your most difficult missions still lie ahead. I will not keep you from your work. Let us say, the next time we meet, we'll be with vodka in our hands and large women on our arms. До свидания, Керри. Be well.